Hi everyone, I am Zahara Rasheeda. So this is the web application which I have created for web programming and database management questions. So today I am going to explain you about the 29th question of database management. So this is the 29th question. So now let's go to the first question. Find all the marks obtained by the students in all subjects in the first term to integer. So that means we should find all the marks of the students in all subjects of this term and we should turn them to integer marks. So for that, now let's write the query. First I will give as select asterisk from student exam mark table and I will join the student exam mark record table with the exam term table using inner join. Find the exam term ID which is equal to student exam mark record table exam term ID. After that, I will give the where keyword to mention what I need to find. So what I need to find is from the exam term table, which the exam term name should be equal to first term. Now when I execute the query, you can see I have got the details from the student exam mark record table, which is only specific for the first term. So after that, you can see there are integers and floating numbers also. So because of that, so they have asked all the marks as integers. So for that, I will use a keyword as round. I will use a keyword which is known as round. Inside the brackets, I will mention the column name of the student exam mark record table mark. And I will give as 0. So then you can see this is how we have got the marks, and I can change the column name using the as keyword to the first term marks. Now when I execute the query, you can see the column name have been changed like this. So this is how we should answer the first question. Now let's go to the second question. Find the average 2 decimal places in the marks obtained by the students for the first term mathematics subject. So for this, I will write the query as select asterisk from student exam mark record table where the student exam mark record table dot the exam term ID in. Here I will give a subquery to select the term ID exam term dot term ID from the exam term table where the exam term dot the term name should be equal to first term. And here I will use the student exam mark record table dot subject ID in. Again I will add a subquery inside the brackets. I'll select the subject ID from the subject label where the subject name should be equal to mathematics. Now when I execute the query, you can see I have got the student details of the first term mathematics subject like this. So to change the average mark with 2 decimal places, so for that I will use the keyword which is known as round. Inside the brackets I will give AVG, the keyword to find the average, and I will mention the column name dot mark. So here they have mentioned to give has 2 decimal places, so for that I will give like this. Now when I execute the query, you can see I have got the details, I have got the average mark like this. So if I give has 3 decimal places, you can see it have been changed like this. So but as the question they have asked with 2 decimal places, so then this is the answer. So to change the column name, I can use the as keyword and I will give average unmets. Now when I execute the query, you can see the column name have been changed like this. So this is how we should answer the second question. Now let's go to the third question. What is the lowest mark obtained for the science subject in all term examinations of all students in class 11A? So that means we should find the lowest mark which is obtained for the science subject in all terms of the all students who studies in 11A. So to find the lowest mark, I will write a query. Select restrict from student exam mark record table inner join with the student table on the student index number which is equal to student exam mark record table And again I will use inner join to join the class table on the class ID, which is equal to student class ID. And also I will join the subject table using inner join on the subject table's ID, which is equal to student exam mark record table subject ID. Now I will use the where keyword to mention what I need to find. From the subject table, the subject name should be equal to science and the class name should be equal to 11A. Now when I execute the query, you can see I have got the details like this. So here we have got all the students who studies in 11A class like this. So to find the lowest mark of the science subject in all terms, here I will give as min inside brackets the student exam mark record table mark. Now when I execute the query, you can see I have got the lowest mark like this. And to change the column name, I will use the as keyword and I will give my own name as lowest mark. So you can see the column name have been changed like this. So this is how we should answer the third question. Now let's go to the fourth question. Find the average of marks obtained in Amanda Moses' second term mathematics, science and Sinhala language and literature. So that means we should find the total average of the marks which Amanda Moses have got for the second term examination. So for that, I will give as select a strip from student exam mark record and I will join using inner join with the student table on the student dot index number, which is equal to student exam mark record index number and again using inner join, I will join with the subject table subject ID, which is equal to student exam mark record subject ID and again using inner join, I will join. Now using inner join, I will join the exam term table on the exam term ID, which is equal to student exam mark record table term ID the student's first name, which is equal to Amanda, and student last name, which is equal to Moses. Now when I execute the query, you can see I have got the details of Amanda Moses student. So here in the question they have asked details of the second term. So to get only from the second term, here I will give and the exam term name should be equal to second term. So you can see we have got all the details of the second term of all three subjects. And to mention the three subjects and to make sure of the three subjects, I will give as and the subject dot subject name inside the brackets. I will use as mathematics, comma science, comma Sinhala language, English and literature. Now when I execute the query, so it is sure these are the only three data. So after that, to get the average mark of these three subjects, here I will use the keyword which is known as ABG for average. Inside the brackets, I will mention student exam mark record dot mark. Now when I execute the query, you can see I have got the average mark like this. And to change the column name, I will use the as keyword and I will give as average of all subjects. So this is how the column name have been changed. So this is how we should answer the fourth question. Now let's go to the fifth question. Find the average two decimal places in marks obtained by the students in class 11A in the second term for all subjects. So that means we should find the average marks from the two decimal places which the students who is in grade 11A class have got for the second term. So now let's write the query. Here I will give as select a strip from the student exam mark record table and using inner join I will join it with the student table on the student exam mark record table student index number, which is equal to student table's index number, and using inner join I will join the class table on the class ID, which is equal to student tables class ID. And again, using inner join, I will join with the exam term table on the exam term ID, which is equal to student exam mark record table term ID. Now, using the where keyword, I will mention what I need to find. So what I need to find is from the class table, which the class name should be equal to 11A, and the exam term name should be equal to second term. Now when I execute the query, you can see this is how I have got the details of the student who is studying in grade 11A class, and I have got all the marks of the second term examination. So here they have told to find the average mark from 2 decimal places. So for that, I will use the keyword which is known as ABG for average, and inside the brackets I will mention the column name as student exam mark record table mark. Now when I execute the query, you can see this is the average mark. Now you can see this is the average mark that we have got. So to take it to the, so here they have mentioned about 2 decimal places. So to get, this is how we have got the average mark. But here in the question they have mentioned the average mark should be in 2 decimal places. So to get the average mark in 2 decimal places, here I will add another bracket, and I will use the keyword as round, and to mention for 2 decimal places I will give like this. Now when I execute the query, you can see I have got the average mark in 2 decimal places. So this is how we should answer the 5th question. Hope you understood everything about the 29th question. Thank you.